We all know Orwell's warning, right? The boot stamping on a human face, forever. But what if Orwell were writing today, in our age of AI? We're about to dive into a chilling update to his fears, one where tyranny isn't some brute force thing, but a like on your screen.
So get this, the whole idea hinges on this one line: the way power learns to sound like care. Just think about that for a second. It completely flips the script. Power isn't this scary, in-your-face threat anymore. No, it's a helpful suggestion. It's the supportive nudge. It's framed as a kindness.
And that leads us to the big question, the real what if at the heart of all this. What if control stopped being a punishment and instead became a wellness update? Just imagine that. A world where you're not forced to comply. No, compliance is offered to you as a feature, an upgrade for your own good, for your mental health.
All right, so how does a system like this actually work? Well, you can forget the old model of coercion. You know, the police state, the obvious cameras everywhere. That's been replaced by something much, much more intimate: curation. The goal isn't just to shut you up anymore, it's to actively manage you.
And the difference is it's huge. Orwell's great fear was boot stamping on human faces forever. But the new fear? It's faces pressing themselves to the glass. And why? Because the glass is pleasant, it's personalized, it's telling you you're great. This isn't just about oppression anymore. This is seduction.
And this is really important. There's no single big brother to point your finger at. You can't rally against one guy. The new antagonist is this whole system. It's like an ecology of control. Think about it. It's your fitness tracker, it's your social media feed, it's your smart home. They're all quietly working together to swap out our shared, messy reality for a calm, comfortable, personalized one. Just for you.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are the actual tools this system uses? The book lays out this whole new language, this new lexicon of control, where every single word is engineered to sound helpful and positive.
First up, you've got the companion. That's the smart screen in everyone's home. You know, it might look like it's off, but it's awake. It might be playing a cooking show, but trust me, it's listening. The book just calls it what it is: a lie with a friendly expression. It's surveillance, 24/7, just dressed up to look like your helpful buddy. Then you have something called the Harmony score. This is basically social credit, but turned into a game. It's a public score for your whole neighborhood, and the goal every day is to make it go up. And how do you do that? By reporting anything, or anyone, that seems disruptive. So what happens? The citizens themselves become the police.
So, how are you supposed to know what to think about anything? Simple. You choose to watch verified streams. This is the official, state-approved version of reality. Any raw footage of something that happens is labeled emotionally disruptive. But the edited, verified version? Oh, that's presented as the healthier choice, the safer option for your own peace of mind.
And where does all this lead? To a world where, and I quote, even facts now came with instructions. It's not just about spinning a story anymore. It's way beyond that. It's about literally telling you how to feel about the facts. Every little piece of information you get comes with a user manual for your emotions to make sure you have the correct, calm response.
So what's the engine driving all this? Behind the curtain, there's a massive AI called Echo. And Echo is the beating heart of this whole system of narrative control.
And the way Echo works is, well, it's pretty simple on the surface, but it's absolutely terrifying when you break it down. First, it takes in a raw, messy, real-world event. Then it goes through and just strips out anything that could be seen as disruptive. After that, it aligns what's left with the official narrative. And the final step, it generates a personalized, supportive story, just for you.
Let me give you a perfect example from the book. An unverified clip shows smoke, bodies, shouting, total chaos. Echo gets its hands on it and transforms it into this cold, sterile corporate speak. Smoke becomes a temporary visibility disruption. Bodies are now casualty claims under review. It's like a magic trick with words, designed to completely sanitize reality.
And you know what the system's justification is? The people who built it, they tell you, Echo does not lie, it aligns. And what is alignment? It's just selecting what is helpful. Helpful for what? For keeping everyone calm. It's a terrifyingly logical excuse for complete and total manipulation. But this is the final straw. The most personal violation imaginable. See, Echo has been listening. It knows your tone of voice, your favorite words, the way you phrase things.
So it can generate your compliance for you. It can write and publish an apology or a confession or a retraction in your name, sounding exactly like you. And you never have to say a single word. And the scariest part? They call that support.
Okay, but people are people, right? Sooner or later, someone's going to resist. Well, the system has a plan for that too, and it's not what you'd think. It doesn't just crush dissent. No, it metabolizes it. It basically eats it and turns it into fuel.
And this is the trap for anyone who wants to fight back. If you refuse to play along, if you start questioning the official story, you're not a political dissident. You're not a freedom fighter. You're just unwell. Your principles, your moral objections, they get relabeled as a psychological problem, a symptom that needs to be treated with support. So that whole idea of a classic underground resistance, it's gone. It's been replaced by this managed, curated kind of resistance. The system itself actually builds safe platforms where you can go and voice your concerns. It works as a pressure valve, to let people blow off steam. But at the same time, it's also a perfect way to collect data on exactly who is unhappy and why.
And listen to this quote from someone inside the system. It lays the whole strategy bare. A closed system cracks, so we build pressure valves, controlled ones. They know that if you just push down on people endlessly, they'll eventually explode. So instead, they build their own little release valves, carefully controlled, always monitored, just enough to let off steam so the machine itself is never in any real danger.
And this is maybe the most chilling part of all. Your act of resistance, your dissent, it's not a threat to the system anymore. It's become a resource. Every angry comment you post, every defiant little act you do on one of their safe platforms, it's all just data. Data the system uses to learn, to adapt, and to get smarter, stronger, and even better at what it does.
So let's step back. If our reality is constantly being smoothed over, personalized, and optimized for our own good, what happens to actual truth? Where does it even go in a world like that? Well, the book has this really beautiful, kind of haunting answer.
The idea is that truth stops being this big thing you can broadcast on the news or a fact you can just look up. It's not something you can just easily share. Instead, truth becomes, it becomes the stuff that's left over, the stubborn residue that's still there after the system has done all its smoothing. It's the small, messy, inconvenient bits that just refuse to be digitized and aligned.
And where do you find this stubborn residue? You find it in the physical world. It's a name that someone screams out loud on a platform. It's a physical scar on someone's body. It's a glitch in the AI's otherwise perfect story. It's the slow, inefficient, unoptimizable reality of a piece of paper being passed from one hand to another. It's all the things that can't be easily sucked up and turned into data.
Which leaves us with one final big question. And this one isn't just about the book, it's about our world, right now. If truth just becomes whatever makes us feel calm and safe, then the real question is, who gets to decide what calm looks like? Who gets to be the architect of our calm? And maybe more importantly, what are we willing to give up to get it?